Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we get an idea of what we've been saving our packs for, guys. The big names are in for Premier League Team of the Season. Not only that, but we have a couple of big SBCs that have been leaked as well, including a 99 pace Jamie Vardy, a Premier League legend, and more SBCs apart from him. But the market's going to be a place we have to keep a close eye on today too, with League One Team of the Season cards getting packed in Rivals Rewards and panic for Premier League Team of the Season. There's a lot to discuss today, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Now, as we get into the video, I want to address the voice. Guys, I don't know what happened to the voice. Maybe it was packing 96 Joao Neves from my Foot Champs rewards yesterday, but the voice is on its last ropes. We're going to try to keep this video short, maybe take a couple of breaks in between, and not lose the voice for a big weekend of Premier League TOTS. But let's take a look at yesterday's content to start things off on a Wednesday where the team of the weeks on the market crashed in price. People started panicking yesterday, guys, from the 81 plus tradable team of the week that refreshes every single Wednesday. This time, it created some panic. I don't think it was just the pure supply of that SBC refreshing in that section of the game that made these cards drop as much as they did. I think it's also people selling team of the weeks that they had invested in because they saw some of the SBC requirements yesterday in other areas. We had some of our first requirements saying you could turn in a team of the week or a team of the season. Now, sure, that's great for us going forward. We have a lot of team of the seasons in our club, but there's still so many SBCs right now, like the 8310, the 84 times 7, and not to mention even some of our icon SBCs that people are completing a lot right now with all the fodder that they can get that only require team of the week. So I'm not worried about team of the weeks. I'm still holding on to my investments, and I would urge you guys as well to continue lazy listing your informs over 20,000 coins. I do believe they're going to go there again. It's the long game with informs, right? We've known that from the beginning. It's been a couple of weeks, but with informs, it could be a really long game as well. And in the end, these cards still could go to 30, 35, 40,000 coins. We've seen it in previous years if EA allowed them to, because there's going to be a lot of SBCs. And even now with Premier League TOTS upcoming, there's still a lot of hype for Team of the Weeks and a lot of SBCs to be completed. I don't think we're going to see 30K anytime soon, but we could see 20K again next week. And if you see that and you want to sell, be my guest. It does feel a little more uncertain on the Team of the Week market now after those cards dropped in price yesterday. But I'm still holding all of mine. I'm holding out for 25,000 coins. I will be there when they sell for that price. Let's go to the SBC section again here for players, where we had our daily player SBC for Marie Katoto. Excuse me. This card here for me just kind of sums up how the TOTS SBCs have been this whole entire promo, except for 3. This card is just okay. 4-star, 5-star. The playstyle pluses are good, except for acrobatic. The regular playstyles, not great. The rolls are fine. The price is okay. The most interesting thing about this SBC to me is that you turn in an 84 and an 85 rated squad, and then you turn in one Team of the Week player or one TOTS player for the last squad of this. I think that is something that could actually help the prices of Team of the Weeks going forward, is if you're just able to put in one Team of the Week or one TOTS player into SBCs like this. And if this starts becoming a more normal thing throughout Team of the Season, that could actually help Team of the Week prices right there. Now, if we look at the SBCs we've had during this League One TOTS period, there's only 3 SBCs that I feel like are worth doing. This Amiga card, the Due, and the Turam. And I don't think that's good enough, man. Like, SBCs, in terms of the upgrade packs, have been the best part of this promo, hands down. The grind that we have right now with the unlimited crafting upgrade specifically, this pack is carrying this promo. The grind pack, the silver packs, and the premiums, it's carrying this promo right now, guys. The menu grind that is there. Without this, League One TOTS may be one of the worst that we've had in a while. I like the price of these players being cheap. Sure, there's a lot of fun players that are out there to try, but the player SBCs need to take a step up for week 2 with Premier League Team of the Season for sure, in my opinion. Now, one of the upgrade SBCs, or 2 of the upgrade SBCs that we got yesterday, were actually a surprise, but also expected. We knew that we were getting a guaranteed TOTS pack yesterday. I didn't think we were getting 2, and that's what we got. We got a League One or D1 Arkema upgrade, and we got the League One specific upgrade pack Tremendous W. Who doesn't want 2 guaranteed team of the season players? And my goodness, they're easy to get done. An 87 rated squad with the TOTS and an 86 rated squad with the TOTS. And when you put in a team of the season player, of course, those are 91, 92, 93 rated cards. Maybe you even had a duplicate 94 Ruli. All you got to do is put in 84s, 85s, and 86s to fill out the rest of the squad. These are upvoted as they should be. Even if you don't get anything good, it is worth the try. From opening the 84s, 7s that you maybe are opening, 83 10s that you're maybe opening, get those 86s, 85s, 84s to work in those SBCs and at least give yourself a shot at packing a good card from this. I packed Nuno Menj from this one yesterday. I was very surprised to see that. Sure, there was a lot of fodder and not most people packed insane stuff like we talked about in yesterday's video, but that's something to look forward to for the next weeks of team of the season is 2 guaranteed packs on every single Wednesday. We will be there for that. Now, one thing I do want to mention about the guaranteed packs is we had our first team of the season requirements in that Kototo SBC and in those guaranteed TOTS packs, and team of the season cards, everybody has them in their club. That's the message that we see now. All these cards drop. They were 20,000 coins yesterday at the content drop, and here they are now at 18K, and they're probably going to go a little lower today with Division Rivals rewards. I still think every single team of the season player that is 18K or below is a club stock, especially the higher rated ones. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. Quick stop here in objectives. We had a new FC Pro Season 11 objective here for the events that are upcoming with the Serie A Economy Bowl. So that's one thing to mention, as well as 2, I think it's like kit objectives in here for the D1 Arkema and the Frauen Bundesliga, some stadium themes, some kits, stuff like that. That was all there was there. The last thing that we have to cover as a part of content yesterday is a piece of content that I can't even show you because EA removed it from the game because we have one of our first EA mistakes. And I guess you could say glitches. It's not really a glitch. They messed up with Evos yesterday. The Evo that was released was the leaked one that we had looked at in previous videos that was giving acrobatic, quick step, and low driven plus called the Lion Mentality. It's not really a good Evo. Honestly, there's so many jokes below this tweet of EA saying they're going to take this evolution away of like, release a better Evo. We don't care. Just don't let it come back. Like so many funny comments under this tweet because the Evo itself is really just not that great. Max 85 pace, the playstyle plus is being given out. Not the best Evo, but it was only 25,000 coins, and there were some pretty decent cards that you could create from this. Now, the reason that we think it is messed up and the reason they had to take it down is because it was coded, I think, incorrectly for the dribbling boost that it was supposed to give. If you took a look at some of the cards that fit into the evolution, it said there was a max dribbling stat of 90, but it was the in-game dribbling attribute, not the face stat of dribbling. And I think EA meant it to be the face stat because you had some cards that were going to 90 for dribbling. There was also some issues with like the composure. Like look at this. This Ronaldo gets 99 composure. One of the stat limits in the specific part of the evolution said that composure was supposed to be maxed at 89. And of course, this card here showing with the boost in game going to 99. I think that's where the issue with this evolution lies, and that's why it was taken down. So if you got this done yesterday, or if you paid 25,000 coins at least to start the evolution, I mean, theoretically, you should be able to complete it. It should be pushed back live at some point, and maybe they'll release a second one as kind of like compensation for this. We've seen that happen with Evos before in the past. So that was the content yesterday. It wasn't a great Evo, at least for that part of content yesterday. The SBCs were okay. It was really those guaranteed cards, the guaranteed SBC packs rather, that carried things yesterday. Besides that, the hype is with Premier League Team of the Season, guys. There's actually a little loading screen here in-game where EA teased 2 days before this Friday drop of Premier League, the Women's Super League, and the EFL leagues of Team of the Season. They've teased the top 3 players coming into packs. You've got Bunny Shaw on the left. You've got Ousmane Dembele. Sorry, that's not Ousmane Dembele. He's over there on the right. That is Mohamed Salah in the middle with playstyle pluses that we don't love. And on the right there is Tanaka from Leeds. So those are the first official cards that we have seen. EA posted that in the game. And actually just after this was leaked, FutAccountant posted the official Mohamed Salah Team of the Season official card with the playstyle shown on the screen and with the other stats that he has. It's a simple +1. Craziest thing about this was the Team of the Year Salah, who only has 3 playstyle pluses, Rapid, Trickster, and Finesse, went up 300,000 coins on the market after people saw this leak, because this Salah does not have rapid. He's got Trivela, First Touch, and Incisive, which you could argue First Touch and Incisive are pretty good, but the Trivela Plus, even though it kind of makes sense for Salah, uses the outside of his foot a lot to make passes and stuff like that, it's not a playstyle plus that a lot of people wanted to see on his card in game. No quick step, no rapid as well. For a 97 pace winger, people are kind of disappointed in this card. Now, from the loading screen as well, we have the official Tanaka card from Leeds. If this is of any interest to you, long ball pinged, intercept, and relentless. Pretty solid card there for him. We don't have the Bunny Shaw stats yet, but this opened up the whole world of leaks yesterday. After this was posted in the menus, the leak floodgates opened, and we got, just hours after that, the whole entire Premier League team of the season. As I look at this team, guys, it's just like the hype level goes up a notch. League One TOTS was nice, but this is just next level. Maybe it's because it's the Premier League. Maybe it's because these are players that we see on the biggest stage, you know, in the Champions League for some of them, and just in the Premier League, as it is the biggest league in the world. This just seems like it's got some extra sort of juice to it. I'm more excited for this, I think, than League One TOTS personally, but I know these cards are going to be more difficult to pack. That's how it always is. Now, as we look at these leaked players that are in here, these are just the names of players that are in. These are not the official stats for any of the team of the season cards yet, besides the Salah that we just looked at. So again, just take this with a pinch of salt. As in the leaks and the stats that you see here, it's more about the players that are in. And also remember that this is a fan-voted situation where some of these are like, oh yeah, Salah, VVD, 100% deserved, but Haaland or some of the other players in this, you're like, do they really deserve this? This is a combination, once again, of the EA input and also our community vote. So Haaland is getting in. Gabriel is getting in. Isak is getting in. That one is deserved, in my opinion. I voted for him. I'm excited to see him in. That card's going to be fantastic. McAllister is getting in. Declan Rice, incorrect graphic here. He's not a Liverpool player. That was a funny one from yesterday. Very deserved for him, in my opinion. Saliba is getting in as well. Saliba and Gabriel both getting TOTS cards. Now, let's go back over to the bottom row. We've got Bruno Fernandes getting in for Manchester United. We've got Bukayo Saka. A lot of people questioning his inclusion. Gravenberch, Trent Alexander-Arnold of 1 of 5. That is the last of 5 that we've looked at. Liverpool players, 5 Liverpool players in this team. We've got Sells as the goalkeeper. Probably going to be the most packed card in this team. We've got Chile Cole Palmer. Now, the rumor is that Cole Palmer maybe isn't a TOTS card, but he could be a TOTS highlights card, kind of like for a moment, right? When he had 4 goals in 1/2 earlier on the year. Great start to the year for him. You know, maybe tailed off a little bit since, but I think that's a card EA want to have in packs, of course, to try to sell some packs during Team of the Season 2, so it makes sense. Now, that's the one thing. If we take a look at this, we're going to throw a few other names out there that have been leaked. These are some of the players that could be in the TOTS team as TOTS players. They also could be TOTS highlights, like with Chile Palmer, Cole Palmer. Now, we've got Anthony Robinson. I'm super excited about him. We've got Wood from Forest. We've got Kirkez and Milinkovic. So those are probably going to be some of the lower rated cards. Again, we don't know which one of these are highlights. We don't know which one is a starting 11 player. Did Kirkez get into starting 11, or did Anthony Robinson? You know, some of the questions like that we have for the official TOTS team. But those are the names of TOTS players that are going to be in packs this Friday, which I think that's a pretty good TOTS team. Now, there's more names, though. I think it's 18 or 19 players right there. We've got a Mateus Cunha, who is leaked to be in Premier League Team of the Season as well. That card's going to be very good. He's had some very good evolutions this year and a very good FUT birthday card. And then that's not all, guys. There's still more. Caicedo is getting into Team of the Season. FUT Agent here is leaking some of the names. There's probably going to be a much more visually pleasing, put-together graphic of all the players that will be in the official stats of those players as well for the 3 teams of TOTS that we should have coming this Friday. I bet that'll be something we look at on the video tomorrow. But Palmer, Caicedo, Jacob Murphy is getting a TOTS card. Bruno Guimaraes, we'll talk about him in a little bit. Got some more Leeds players here. Dan James, Tanaka, and Strike. No Spurs players. You've got Mitoma, who's getting a card for Brighton. You've got Gustavo Hamer for Sheffield. You've got Damsgaard, who's getting a Team of the Season card. And Tielemans is getting a Team of the Season card as well. So that's just kind of the interesting thing here. Lewis Skelly is another big one that was leaked. Of course, he was not put on that main page that we just looked at. He is going to be getting a Team of the Season card as well. Most likely a highlights, you would imagine. Joe Bellingham is getting a card. No Amad Diallo, no Enzo Fernandez. There's 5 Liverpool, 6 Arsenal cards, and 6 Nottingham Forest. EA, who won the league? Yeah, Liverpool, 5 cards. That's kind of interesting to me there. So that's kind of all the leaks in a nutshell. We take a look at the team and also some of those additional players that have been added to that. The one thing to think about with this is, do you try to save more packs? Like, I think yesterday I made the decision I'm going to save the 84 times 7s from today. Because sure, League 1 TOTS has been fun, but I can hammer some more 77 times 5s and some more League 1 specific upgrades. I only saved one of my 84 times 7s yesterday. I'm going to save both or all of them, I guess, today. And will I save Rivals rewards? Probably not, because my rewards won't be that great. But I think that's kind of the next day on this game. That's the question we all have to answer. Are we saving everything and going all in on Prem TOTS? Or are we still going to open those lower level packs and just save those big boy packs, the higher rated guarantees, maybe some of the rewards for Premier League Team of the Season? So that's one of the big questions that I have. I think that's just a decision that all of us have to kind of each make on our own. Now, speaking of saving packs, we want to know what SBCs are going to come out during Prem TOTS. Well, we've got at least 1 or 2 answers that might be released as soon as tomorrow on Friday. This SBC right here, Vardy, end of an era. This gets me excited, man. Even as a Spurs fan, this dude shushes us and is our kryptonite all the time. But 2016, that needs to be said. What else needs to be said? 2016, if they put that dynamic image on the end of an era Jamie Vardy card, I don't know what the price would be, but it would be absolutely emotional. Now, this is the official card, 99 pace. I'm glad that he's got 99 pace because his card that he has right now in this game was 99 pace already. I kind of forgot that it was the grassroots great Vardy, 99 pace, 92 shooting, and 86 dribbling with a 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. It's nice to see that continues here. He's got 95 shooting and 91 dribbling with low driven, quick step, and power shot. Sure, power shot, not that great. But with the quick step and the low driven, and the fact that you could put this card into the Finesse Plus evolution down the line in the premium pass of the season, you could give him Finesse Shot and imagine how good that card would be then. This SBC hopefully isn't too expensive, but it's going to be straight up vibes, man. Like, think about some of the Jamie Vardy cards that we have had in the past. He had a TOTS card a couple years ago. He's had plenty of Player of the Months. I mean, I remember a Rule Breakers Jamie Vardy, a Centurions Jamie Vardy. It's always the pace, and it's always just the great finishing that he has in game. IRL Premier League legend, FIFA legend as well. If this SBC is the right price, it could literally destroy prices of strikers across the rest of this game. A guy like Jonathan David, who's 80K, he might be 50K. Seriously, if a card like this Jamie Vardy is the right price, and if he maybe is 5-star, 5-star, I mean, can you imagine if this is 5-star, 5-star with advanced forward plus, a couple of other play styles that really fit him? He definitely needs rapid. It'd be nice if he had maybe a press proven. Chip shot would be very necessary for him. Maybe a Trivela would be cool. And maybe like a Tiki Taka or one passing play style. We'll just have to see what the rest of the card looks like and what the price is. Now, we say the price, and I mentioned a couple times, how much should this be? Technically, I think it should be somewhere around 300,000 coins if it's going to make a splash and if it's going to be worth it. Because you look at the stats in that card and you're like, it's good. 99 pace is crazy, and they're probably going to overprice it because of that. But how much is it really worth when he does have pinged? He's got technical and relentless as well. Cool. So we'll take those on the next card for sure. I'm going to guess they're going to overprice this because it is Premier League and because it is Jamie Vardy with 99 pace. I mean, granted, this Grassroots Grades card was, a few 100,000 coins more than this. He was 400,000 coins just a couple weeks ago. I hope the SBC is less than 300K or like right around 300K. I could see it being 500,000 coins, but in reality, with the state of this market, that shouldn't be that difficult to complete. So that's the biggest SBC that we have leaked right now. 100% expect that to be released tomorrow on Friday. I would be careful, just to mention this once again, be careful for other strikers on the game, especially low to mid budget, because those players are going to be ousted from teams if that Jamie Vardy is good value. Now, the other SBCs we have leaked at the moment, this one looks good, but dare I say it doesn't look great. I don't know, man. Unless you're putting some extra playstyle pluses on this card from the season pass, like Tiki Taka, or maybe you're going to put Anticipate on this, I don't know about this Bruno Guimaraes. To me, maybe with the midfielders that I have already in my club, this one, it looks good, but I don't know if it looks great. Now, I will say this. Bruno Guimaraes is always very good in a game, and he hasn't really had that many promo cards this year. All he's had is the season card here, which maybe had a little bit of hype straight away, but I don't see too many people using this card now. He's had plenty of overpowered cards in the past. Remember his FIFA 23 TOTS card? That was an absolute budget beast after the FUT birthday card released. I remember when this card dropped, I had invested in the FUT birthday, and the FUT birthday crashed, and I lost a bunch of coins. That was a dumb decision, but that was a very overpowered TOTS card that year. And he's getting another one this year as an SBC. Those are his official stats. Bruiser, press proven, and pinged. He better have plenty of other passing playstyles for sure. Maybe some other defensive playstyles as well, like an intercept or an anticipate. Could be a good budget center defensive mid for a Prem team. I could totally see that being a thing here. And a Brazilian card. Definitely going to have some hype, but it's probably going to have to be on the cheaper end. If you compare that to the hype of the Due and even like the Taram Icon SBC, I think this as well doesn't bode well for the SBCs for Prem TOTS. I need to see more names. I need to see more news for the SBCs. Now, a couple of other names that are still out there. David Raya is coming as an SBC or an objective card. And every time they drop a cheap goalkeeper like this, especially from a big club like Arsenal, popular club like Arsenal, it's going to make some prices move. If you have any Premier League goalkeepers, Tim Howard, maybe an Allison card, just be careful with them because I could imagine with this and with Sells being in the promo team, probably going to drop. Turland is another SBC that we have leaked right now for the Women's Super League. Official stats. That card looks really good. If you remember, Turland had a TOTS card last year as well. I think she played for Brighton last year. That card was very good, and it was a cheap budget beast. This one looks like it could be a fun one as well, with those stats being very, very good. Finesse, rapid, and the first touch. So that's an interesting one. But still, we're awaiting a lot more leaks, guys. We're awaiting leaks for evolutions, especially for more leaks via SBCs. If EA are doing what they said they're going to continue to do with the daily player SBCs, then they've got a lot of player SBCs that they got to keep up with for Premier League Team of the Season. I just don't know if that's going to change. Like right here on this scene, it says including daily player SBCs. Is that going to change from League One TOTS to Premier League? What are they going to do special about Premier League besides just it being the big name players to make it pretty hype? That's the biggest question that I have right now. What's going to make this Prem TOTS special besides the big names and packs and the fact that this is the biggest club, the biggest league of team of the season? So there's definitely more leaks that are coming today, guys. Definitely be careful about that. I'm fully liquid right now on my coins, not invested in anything, but I think if you do want to invest, there could be some opportunity to do so because of Rivals rewards today, and because, let's keep it $150, these cards are going to be more expensive than the League One TOTS cards, and that could create an investing opportunity, but we still have EFL cards that are dropped in this weekend and the Women's Super League as well, which could hurt some prices. So let's talk about today. Let's talk about the market a bit because the market's kind of all over the place at the moment. Some cards are starting to go up. We sold some of our investments yesterday, but the cards are still up. We bought Vitinha for $220. He went up all the way to $280. He's back down now to $250, but he's still up overall. Other cards in the market, like this Virgil van Dijk, he's been leaked in the team once again. He's gone from 1.9 mil to 1.6. So he is down, and a lot of other cards in the market are moving like this. It's a big day overall for the League One Team of the Season cards because of rewards, hands down. And there's a lot of people that want to buy these. And like I mentioned, I think that a lot of these cards are going to end up being cheaper than the Premier League Team of the Seasons, especially for some of the higher rated, like the higher statistically boosted cards, like an Alexandro here for only 70K. He's got a lot of hype right now. This guy got some major boosts yesterday, 53K all the way to 74,000 coins. He's probably going to drop today with Rivals, but I think that's a card that I would look to invest in, a cheap budget beast center back. Other cards, Vitinha, Nuno Mendes. This Beereth card is a striker with 99 pace. Even with Jamie Vardy coming, he could rise a little bit today after the Rivals rewards supply. I think that's what you want to look at. The cheap beast from this team. Maybe you be careful with strikers, but the cheap beast from this team, I do believe could have a price rise later on. Rivals rewards today and how much they drop is really going to determine how high they go up later on. But if you're going to make some investments today, which I think this is the best time to do so in this team, make sure you watch the price drop a bit. If the prices don't drop that much from where they've gone up, then maybe you don't want to invest too much. But I think you want to see the prices drop, and I think you want to probably be buying 1, 2, 3 hours, maybe even sooner than that, after the rewards period. There's a lot of people that want to invest in this, and I do think these cards can rise into the nighttime tonight on Thursday and into tomorrow on Friday. Now, who to buy? The ones that went up yesterday are the ones you'd want to buy today. Beereth, Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, right? I bought Nuno Mendes for 360. He's 410,000 coins right now. So he went up a good bit. If he comes back down, I think you could get invested in him again. I think Vitinha is probably my favorite one. I'll be completely honest. With how much he went up yesterday, I don't know, guys, if he's going to go all the way back down to 220 or 230 where he was. I do remember this exact same thing happened, just like it did in previous years as well. It happened yesterday. We had the rise, right? But on the rewards day of Thursday, sometimes the prices don't drop as low as they were the day before, even though you have supply from rewards. So just be careful with any of these League 1 TOTS or D1 Archema TOTS cards that you want to buy. I think they can be good investments because they're very hyped, and they're also pretty cheap for how insane the stats are. For a card like this Demorne, still, what an absolute crazy card for 300,000 coins. I just think you got to be careful with them today because it is still Premier League TOTS. It is upcoming, but it seems like a good opportunity to make an investment and to make a trade. Now, for the rest of the market, I think I'm probably out. Honestly, today, I'm not going to be awake for the Rivals low point for those Impacts TOTS cards. I don't even know if I'm going to trade with too much else around the rest of the market because most prices just kind of look like they're sliding at the moment. If you take a look at the graph of Mateus, right, he was last weekend for the start of League 1 Team of the Season, he was 700,000 coins, and he's just been sliding down all week. This creates a great opportunity to invest tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow with Prem TOTS dropping, I think you could look at a card like that, Mateus, and even some of the League 1 TOTS cards that are going out of packs tomorrow. You could look for some investment potential then, but I think before we get to that point, you just maybe need to be a little bit more careful. We need to see more leagues, more official stats. One of the things that's going to really determine how well the market does this weekend too is the Women's Super League cards and the EFL TOTS cards, because some of the most hyped Team of the Season cards of this whole entire last week have been from Eredivisie. The Stein midfielder and Noah Lang. This Noah Lang card, I do believe, is the second most used TOTS card on this game right now. And he's Eredivisie, right? But people are saying he's really insane. He's really good. That's a card today that you could buy with rewards too. And, you know, people are going to want to continue to try this card. And there's going to be cards that are probably this hyped in the EFL TOTS release as well. So that's just one thing I wanted to mention. I'm going to be careful with the market, but I will leave you guys with this. Make sure you club stock all of the cheap Team of the Season cards. If you've got over, let's say, 400,000 to 500,000 coins, every single TOTS card that is down here like 17,000, even if you've packed them untradeable, get on a bid today, get on a snipe, 17, 16,000 coins somewhere in there, buy one and put it in the club and wait a month, and it'll probably be 30,000 coins. That happens every single year with the first week of Team of the Season cards, especially some of the lower ones like this Zakaria 91 rated card. That could be evolved in a month's time or even less than that, and this dude could go up to 35,000 coins. So you just never know. It's always worth a club stock on Team of the Seasons, whether it's for a future Evo investment or just for a future rise in price, as most TOTS cards do. That's one thing I did want to mention. I think everybody can make that investment today, but it's a long-term one. So if you don't have a lot of coins, don't put too much money on it. Now, last thing to discuss, the final day of content today of League 1 Team of the Season. We know the SBC because it's the only one we haven't had released yet. It is this classic card from AZ. Some more Eredivisie links for you there if that's an interesting card there. Should be a pretty cheap SBC. But arguably the most important thing today in terms of the content drop is in objectives, and it's the weekly objectives refreshing that give us SP. These weekly objectives here that give us a good bit of SP, the weekly play, that doesn't refresh until Friday, but some of the other seasonal objectives inside of the objective section here are going to refresh, which means more SP is available, which means people are going to be hitting level 10, level 15, and guys, I know some of the people that are furthest along in the season right now, maybe comment down below what level you are. There's a lot of people that are looking at level 11, level 12, and that means if you're refreshing your SP today, there are people that are going to be getting to the high teens. And once you get to level 20, once again, remember, at level 20, you instantly go to level 30. So with that, you get a whole bunch of packs, you get a whole bunch of evolutions, you get the Pinged Pass Plus, you get the Retro Design, and then I think at 30, there's another Evo, right? Yeah, Technical Plus at 31. So that's just one thing to consider. Once people start hitting level 20, then you zoom straight to 30, and a lot of your good content there from that season pass, the paid and the standard, is going to be coming out. So that's a really interesting thing to kind of watch out for. If you're grinding the season pass, probably, you're going to be playing the career mode. You're going to be playing the manager mode, clubs, to get all of that SP that you possibly can today, because I believe that's going to reset today as well. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. Last thing I'll mention related to that is your expensive cards in the market. I just added a R9 Ronaldo, the 94 Mbappe here, and the Dino. These cards are actually starting to go up in price as people are investing in them, as they're putting them into these crazy evos at the end of the season. Some of those cards are long-term investments, because just like we've seen with Mia Hamm's Little Sis card or Little Bro R9 from Winter Wild Cards, people are going to be buying these cards, and they're rare on the market. They don't get supplied very much, and they're going to end up going up in price. Like, look, the 94 Mia Hamm is 850,000 coins, but the 89 Mia Hamm, because of evolutions, is 2.5 mil. That's backwards. But with evolutions, that's why it's happening, right? The better card is cheaper because people want to evolve the not as good card, and that could very well happen with some of these 94s and 95s that fit those evolutions. So watch those cards in the market, whether you want to make an investment or just want to keep an eye on that. That's something I do want to mention in today's video as well. So that's going to be the video for me today, guys. Good luck in your Rivals rewards. I got to go get 2 more points, and we'll have the regular weekly rewards here. We spent so much time on champs this week. It did pay out. If you did not see it, I kind of spoiled it, but check out the second channel video. I'll link it above right here. We hit Joao Neves yesterday, and I had so much fun using a TOTS tryout team. We just basically made a team of all the TOTS cards that we had packed, some of the objectives, and I threw in a couple of cards for chemistry, like this Desai, because I only had 1 center back. It was a blast. I had so much fun using this team, and I can't wait to do this every single week later in the week after we grind through a bunch of TOTS packs for Prem, Women's Super League, and the EFL this week. I can't wait to do it again next week. I'm going to use that team again today for Champs qualifiers and play the Cup and get that done for some more packs for Prem TOTS. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling hype-wise about this team in terms of the leaked players. Is there somebody who's not getting in? Do you want to wait to see some official stats before you really kind of put forward your judgment on this team? And let me know what you guys think. But it's Premier League. It's hype. It's the top tier. And I got some big packs saved, and I know a lot of you guys do as well. So that's the video for me today. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys in the stream today if the voice is still working. It's been TheFutAccountant there. Peace.